Okay, a Sunday roundabout at Pontedera. Yesterday I decided to take a break regarding the news. EVs, wow. I tell you, there's a lot of people ignorant out there thinking these vehicles are a lot more superior than your petrol and diesel cars. And there's an issue of the privacy. Just imagine you've been spied upon in your car, cameras, microphones and stuff like that. It's not Orwell 1984 dystopian science fiction stuff. It's reality, because all in the Chinese EVs, they have this applications, and obviously they transmit this data to a server, and it all goes to Beijing, transmitted. And that's even the same thing regarding modern cars. Talking about the E6, Aero 6 cars. You know, those newfangled cars which are 3 cylinders and stuff like that. Hybrids and all that shit. Which pollutes 5 times as more than an Aero 4 car or Aero 5. Unbelievable. So, all those electronic wizardries and gadgets, they transmit because they want you not just buy the car, buy certain services and all that stuff. Having access to your management box, you need a subscription charge now. So, absolutely ridiculous. And regarding how dangerous EVs are, and those who use the so-called what you might call it, lithium batteries. Well, the store at Rome a few days ago, one of these e-bikes or e-scooters exploded upon a public bus and it caught flames. Luckily no one has died. But mind you, every public transport here in Italy, buses and stuff like that, is strictly prohibited to bring these things aboard. And regarding the degradation of the batteries itself, I've seen a thingy bob on YouTube. I think it was a German bloke with the ID4 bus, and he had to change the fucking battery, not the 12 volt battery, the fucking battery which powers a fucking fucker 3 times, because it looks like it's on the increase. Especially in America, where these vehicles are commercialised, there's been a recall, but not here in Europe. If you receive a message like that, if you have an EV, that means your battery is shagged. Until you got the warranty, they'll probably change it. And afterwards, when it's finished, you're shagged again, because if you're going to repair it, it's going to cost you, mate. So, I think there's even a Swedish studies, 10 EVs which have battery degradation. Yes, you heard it, clear. EV batteries somehow, they degrade. It's obviously the incorrect use and the materials which they make these things with is probably the main issue. People got to think, these EVs is like a smartphone. The more you charge, the more or less efficiency will hold the energy, its capacity, its accumulators, and the durability of the battery as well. So in the long run, your EV will have a more limited range. And mind you, I don't think the mainstream press, which used to talk about cars, now they're just publicising EVs, how good and how, I should say, how shit they are. And basically, any manufacturer who manufactures these vehicles, they have issues. All the manufacturers who produce full electric EVs, they have issues. End of story. Shouldn't give in to the shit which the so-called sponsorized press, manufacturers and so on, they are there to sell you. Whether it's shit or good, they do not give a fuck, mate. It symbols that message. And we've got the hybrid cars, Euro 6. Study shows it pollutes 5 times more than your ordinary car. It's probably the fact these engines are a lot more smaller and obviously have lesser passes 3 cylinders, and obviously has a more high compression in such a small engine, especially how to build engines these days. It's notoriously 3-cylinder engines and high compression engines will wear out in time, probably before the warranty expires. You know, it's strange they have to build shit. And obviously with this news floating around the press, all the manufacturers in Europe are in shortages of electronic components, semiconductors, because the Chinese company or China itself opposed the ban. Probably already mentioned in the other video about probably the motive why. And in the end, you're going to pay more money for a shitty car. Really. You know, the pundits, they want efficient vehicles, low cost maintenance, reliability, and access to spare parts, commonly available. The problem with EVs and new cars is they're so fucking complicated. Parts are rare and parts are expensive. And mainly on the cars these days, the issues are the electronics. Computer modules, for somehow they fail. Seeing an EV has a lot of electronics. Going on in time, in the years past, you're going to have problems and your repair bill's going to be expensive. I don't say it costs less than a standard car to repair. No. That is a load of bullshit which they're selling you. And the fact is, a lot of people, these people, they fall for it, for this bullshit in the end.